That's exciting.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Gonna say hey to everyone at your favorite coffee shop. Hey, long time no
Mm-hmm.
see.
Remember me? The bitch is back.
Remember me? Latte?
Latte, regular latte.
Regular. Remember this? Wait. Let me just say it. My line. Regular latte? Miss me? Do you miss me?
You missed that old regular latte bit?
But you don't have a lot of people in here come and say regular latte. They're all saying decaf, half calf, mochaccino. Am I right?
Oat milk, goat milk, fucking soy milk. Uh,
Breast milk.
breast milk. Ooh.
Okay, breast milk
Um.
latte.
Yeah.
Do you want to get into the show?
Employ mothers, you know.
Um, we're starting up this new thing called CFM, which is coffee for mothers. And
Coffee for mothers.
it might sound like it's about giving mothers coffee, but no, it's about mothers being allowed to make the coffee with their breast milk,
Yeah.
with their excess breast milk, and that means they can have a job while looking after the baby because they can bring their baby to work day, and they can make us a titty oat latte.
Is breast milk yummy for an adult?
I have yet to test this out, but I want to try it.
I want to try it really bad. So we're in the market for that. Any mummies out there?
Any big mummy milkers out there? Let me and Shea know.
By the way,
I've even started the episode yet.
I mean, maybe we'll leave that in if it's funny. I don't know if it is. I don't know if you would call that funny. But listen, I've noticed you're always talking to me. You're always like, Shea,
shouting in my face. Yes,
because I'm mad at you. Shea, you're always like, Shea, it's an audio medium, okay? And
yeah.
and you do visual things too. Like you spelled out unemployed with your hands last time.
Wow, it feels like you've like combed through the old episodes to try and come up with something.
Well, I was just listening and I was like, fuck you, because yeah, sometimes I forget it's not all visual, but
it's not all visual, baby.
So do you.
Soderbergh.
Yep.
So I'm going to introduce the show now.
Okay.
Hello and welcome back to Shea and Jordan Go Boating. So if you've made it this far on our journey with us, props to you. I know at least 2 people who have listened to every episode so far. Yes? How about you?
Yeah.
How about you, Shea?
I think I know one.
That's great. So we got 3 people. We got three regulars.
I know who listens. I know. Let's just shout out. I know Michael McEwen has listened to everyone.
Oh, has he? Oh, okay. Well, then.
Oh wait, maybe not. I just saw that he watched all the movies on Letterboxd.
Well, he must have done then. He's very keen on being our first guest.
Oh yeah, I think it's really sweet that he watched all the movies. So
yeah, he really wants to get on. Maybe we'll throw him on next week. You know, I said
that'd be really fun.
The swing of things, because basically today a little bit of housekeeping at the start here.
Why does he want to be a guest so bad? Because he loves us and he thinks we're funny and cool.
Yeah, probably something like that. Maybe he's bored. I don't
know. One of those 2 things.
We are starting to loosen up a little bit, aren't we, Shea? We're a couple uptight fuckers, aren't we?
We're pretentious little film nerds, you know? And we thought to ourselves, hey, maybe we want a few other people listening other than 3 people.
Exactly. And we want people to be able to maybe listen without having to invest 2.5 hours in a movie before listening.
To a 2-hour podcast.
To a 2+ hour podcast. So our approach from now on is going to change a little bit, I reckon. It's going to be slightly more free-flowing, slightly less uh
Spoilery and
spoilery and intentional and everything, but like the link is still there. Don't
link
worry
is still
about that.
there. But for all of you little Twitter trending, I don't know, new film news people, we're going to be talking about new releases as well, which I had to really convince Jordan to do.
Yeah, so I'm not really a fan of new cinema, but we will be starting each episode with a segment on the newest release. Not the newest release, but a newish release.
The
Because
new the movie that was released the most recently.
Yeah, absolutely. I might actually go see Blackberry tonight. It's playing at a cinema around the corner.
I've heard it's pretty good.
Yeah, I love Matt Johnson,
Yeah, man.
I would
I
I
like
would I would completely avoid a film like that normally. Like Dumb Money can fuck off. I'm not gonna watch that.
Oh
But
my God, that just every image of that infuriates me for some reason. It just hits something deep in me that I
hey,
hate.
dumb
Hate.
money, more like dumb movie.
I'm like, dumb movie. And that's the kind of stuff you're gonna hear on a podcast like this.
Exactly. So we're still going to be doing our links naturally because this is all about how cinema is one gigantic web that we can crawl around forever.
It's one big
Um,
incestuous pool.
yes, it's an incest web pool.
Mm-hmm.
And if that doesn't conjure up some beautiful images in your mind, I don't know what will.
Yes.
Um,
That was
so
making such a nice image in my mind, and I was like, that would be a good like villain in a horror film.
Shea, stop giving away our ideas.
Okay, sorry.
Bleep that out.
Bleep that. Scratch that.
Bleep.
Bleep.
So yeah, well naturally we still, yeah, like I said, we're still about linking movies, and we did last week watch Vox Lux.
Which
And
we loved.
we loved passionately. I'm very interested to see what the response to the episode will be because I haven't even spoken. I know Issa watched the movie, but we haven't spoken about it since she watched it, and I kind of wanted to. I didn't want to. I know everything intellectual I said was said on the podcast, like, and I couldn't repeat it. So hopefully she just listens to that and then she feels like she's spoken to me.
Yeah. Or she'll like kind of respond to everything you said angrily in person,
or shout it at her phone.
Or she'll just sort of adamantly agree with everything.
My brother Jake messaged me. He's been listening and watching along, and he said, hey, listening to this podcast is kind of like hanging out with you. I was like, yeah, man.
That's sweet.
That's kind of the idea, I guess.
It's like I've hung out with Jake now, but one-sided.
Just call him Jank.
Jank. Yeah.
It's good to slip up here. You can always edit that out.
That's what's fun about something non-scripted. Just had a really, really satisfying back crack.
Like as we're on the Zoom. Lovely. I hope the mic picked it up.
Yeah, crunch.
I really want you to go combing through the sound waves afterwards to find that crunch and just push it up in the mix.
Yeah. I don't really know how to do that stuff, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, last week we watched Vox Lux, which, yes, we do have a passionate love for.
But you didn't say, because we're going to be talking about new release, linked film, and then potentially like an overarching theme. Or do we not want to say that?
Yeah, so each new film that comes along, well, this week linked from Vox Lux, we chose to go to Simon Killer because Brady Corbet, who directed Vox Lux, is the star of the film Simon Killer by Antonio Campos. And yeah, I mean, we'll see how this goes. Maybe right here we'll cut this bit if we don't end up talking about it like this, but each film will naturally come with a talking points and themes, and this one initially, as soon as I chose Simon Killer, as soon as I rewatched Simon Killer, I was like, oh, maybe we could talk about masculinity in crisis in films, because I think that's a very key part of what this film is, and that's a very interesting topic, I think, in cinema to explore. So as we move through the episode, we'll talk about a theme. So the idea is that we'll talk about a new release, we talk about our linked movie, and we'll talk about an overarching idea or theme. How's that sound, Shay?
Sounds great. I tried to respond really fast and not leave my normal pause there.
Still noticed it.
Damn. I was trying really hard.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. So Shay, which new release do you want to talk about?
The only one that I have seen recently, which is Rotting in the Sun.
Rotting in the Sun is this new Sebastián Silva movie released by Mubi, huh?
Oh my God, they marketed the hell out of that movie over at Mubi.
Yeah, has it been all over the place, all over the
Oh my
platforms?
God, I've been seeing it everywhere. I will say I like the poster and the graphic design for it and kind of had me
Sure.
intrigued.
Yeah,
It
yeah,
has the
absolutely.
poster has like a painting of a dead body with an erection and what do you call those birds?
The ones that eat people.
Yeah.
Fucking
I always
Vulture.
forget what vulture. There was a vulture like tearing flesh off the body. And then there's a nice, neon yellow font over it. Looks
It
good.
says Rotting in the Sun.
It actually says Rotting in the Sun, which is actually the name of the movie.
That's so smart. It's just a good, smart move to put that on your movie poster, the name of the movie.
Yeah, I would say it's
Maybe that's just me,
intelligent.
but for me.
Yeah, no, totally. And like don't want to step on any toes here, but it's a good
Mm.
idea. Um, I'm noticing Billy from Saw behind you. Did you know I watched
Yeah.
that last night?
Wow, that's crazy. Did they
And I
call him
kept
Billy in the movie?
no, I kept telling everyone, by the way, his name's Billy. They
When you
didn't
say
like it.
everyone, was there no one else in the room with you?
Me and all my personalities. um,
You're just
yeah,
like
no,
James McAvoy in Split, huh?
in more ways than one.
You
I'm
also like
bald.
to capture young women.
I also like to capture young women and I'm
Yeah.
bald.
Good wig, by
Um,
the way.
thank you. Um, no, I was with my mom and my cousin.
Mm. And you kept saying, "Hey, that doll there, he's called Billy."
Yeah, I did. And they kept saying, wait, they're like, is he the guy or is he, and I'm like, he's a puppet. And they're like, oh, okay, that makes sense.
Did you like the movie? How does it hold up all these years later?
I really liked it. But it was funny because like during the first like half hour, like neither of them had seen it. And they're like, you like this movie? And I was like, yeah, I like this movie. And they're like, really? And then by the end, they were like really engrossed and liking
Yeah,
it.
I remember really liking that movie, the first one. It's a fun little romp.
Total romp. I mean, it's kind of like stuck in that like early 2000s, like green coloring, like, you know what I'm
Yeah,
talking
yeah,
about? Like
yeah.
frenetic style.
But at least it was
Um,
early on in that kind of thing, so it has some charm to it,
Bit of charm, but
right?
it's kind of like sometimes it's like, why are you doing that?
Why,
But
why are you doing this?
could have been a little bit more timeless if you hadn't done that. But
Yeah, shame Saw won't be timeless forever. That's why they keep making new ones. Saw 10's out right now. Are you gonna go take the whole family to see that?
I heard Saw 10 is good.
Who the fuck told you that?
One person on Letterboxd.
Great. I trust them.
I trust them. Hey, they're a Tumblr friend,
I think
so
there's not enough trusting people on the internet these days. I think we need to go back to our old times, just trusting everyone we
yeah.
meet on the internet.
I mean, I trust you, and I met you on the internet.
Yeah, I could be a two-pack hologram for you know.
Well, but I know you're not because I met you IRL.
Trick of the
Unless that was
light.
a damn good trick of the light.
Yeah. You know, I
Um,
once watched this really crappy Wim Wenders movie called Trick of the Light. Do you know it?
no, I've never heard of that one. Is it
It's
good?
like
I mean,
a
you said
no,
crappy.
it's about like the history of cinema, so it's all a bit quaint and annoying.
Yeah.
I'd avoid it.
Okay.
But we're not talking about 1999's Trick of the Light. We're going to talk about Rotting in the Sun from 2023.
I have not seen any of other of Sebastian's movies.
No, you have not really.
Shockingly,
Um,
no.
List them off for me. I've seen a bunch. I've seen loads.
He did the
Uh,
cactus. one.
The one with Mike. Yeah, that one's interesting.
And then
Sure.
he did
Magic with Mike as well. That was good.
oh, that was good.
I like that one. It was like a kind of Polanski-esque kind of thing.
Interesting. Excuse me.
Uh, Nasty Baby.
Haven't seen that.
That's a big no from me. That's his most like this is a comment on gentrification
It looks
movie.
annoying. It looks annoying. I don't know. All his movies, it look annoying to me, to be
To be
honest.
honest, the one I liked most was Tyrell. You know this one?
Yeah, I'm looking at it now. Damn, Michael
Uh,
Cera's in a lot of his movies.
yeah, they've worked together loads. But yeah, this one has Jason Mitchell is the main guy in it, and he's
It has
called
our
Tyler.
boyfriend,
Yeah,
Chris
Christopher
Abbott.
Abbott's there. Yeah, exactly. Um, but it's kind of like a people were calling it like a Get Out type of movie, you know, as if that's
Mm,
like a thing. It's about like microaggressions, racist microaggressions within a
mm.
group of people, and you're kind of stuck in this place. But I thought it was one of his better put together movies, and all the actors in it are really good, and it's kind of funny as well. Um, but yeah, come to Rotting in the Sun. Uh, Stars Jordan Firstman, who I don't even know who he is.
I was gonna ask you if you knew who he was.
I think once I was watching a Search Party with Issa, and she was like, "That guy, he's an internet guy," and I was like, I don't know who that is, but okay. So that's
Yeah,
all I knew about him before this movie.
Jordan, he's pretty huge. He makes videos where he does like impressions of like esoteric things or whatever, inanimate objects. But uh
Where do you stand on him?
I I never really I was like this I think he's funny, but it's not like particularly my thing.
Yeah,
He's good friends with Charlie XCX, so that's cool. But never super my thing. I will say I thought he was really good in this movie. I was kind of like he was
yeah,
kind of
no,
the
he's a good actor, absolutely.
I honestly kind of thought, wow, he's like really magnetic as a performer in this. And I thought kind of everyone else sucked compared to him.
Yeah, it's I just why do I hate this movie so much? Um, I, I'm not really sure what it's trying to do.
Yeah,
I
it's a
feel
little
like it's
all
trying
over
to
the
like
place.
it's like trying to like as a gross thing to say, but have its cake and eat it too. You know, it's like I don't really understand what it's trying to critique and what kind of level it's coming at it with.
Yeah,
Uh,
I saw a clip of the director being like, this movie is like Pornhub meets Parasite meets, and he like listed all these movies,
mm,
and I was kind of just annoyed by that, and because like basically I kind of liked the first third or so. I was like, this is
because of all the
felt more
dicks.
contained, and I
Yeah,
knew
yeah, yeah.
what like I was kind of like interested in their dynamic. I thought their dynamic was really interesting, and it was gonna be I thought it was gonna be more like Talented Mr. Ripley, where it was like there's this really magnetic person, and then there's this kind of self-hating person, and their identities are like mixing or something. But
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
it became this whole other thing that I just hated and felt very depressing and cold and alienating.
Yeah, it was
And
depressing, cold, and
I felt
alienating. Those
like
are all the words I would use.
the second half, I was like, oh my God, I feel like shit.
Mm. Yeah, it put me in a bad mood.
hmm It made me like feel depressed. I mean, which is interesting because I think Simon Keller made me feel similarly, but is a much better movie.
Yeah, Simon Killer is fucking depressing too, in its own
So
ways.
depressing.
Um, but yeah, I'm not, you know, he talks about Cassavetes all the time being one of his biggest influences, and I don't really see it.
I was thinking about that too because I heard him say that as well.
Other than
Um,
occasionally the camera work, I guess, but
I
like,
guess. But also, like, stop putting I'm kind of like, don't put yourself in your movie. You're not that good of an actor. And it's just, the whole movie felt very narcissistic in a way, it's just like literally
yeah,
about yourself. You're in it. And it was felt self-indulgent in so many ways.
absolutely. It's kind of in a different way, set up in a different way, but it kind of reminds me of like why I don't like Charlie Kaufman, because like the self-deprecating stuff just like becomes the core identity of the film, and it just becomes
Mm.
such a slog to watch someone just being like, I'm a human piece of shit, but I'm also so self-obsessed. Like I find it so draining. It's like
Yeah,
my
it's like
worst type
Woody
of person to
Allen.
be around in real life. Like I don't want to spend an hour and a half in a movie with those people either.
Because the people who are like super self-hatred are like the most self-obsessed people.
Yeah, just like
Yeah.
Woody Allen. Yeah, and Woody Allen's obviously Sebastián Silva loves Woody Allen as well, and you can see that I think too. Um,
I like Charlie Kaufman though. I mean, like
I
some
don't
of his
like Charlie
stuff.
Kaufman.
I love his book and kind.
Yeah, we talked about this. I would like to give it a go.
Yeah, I would be really interested in your thoughts. I thought it was really funny.
Maybe I'll see if my library will get it in for me. Too cheap
It
to buy
is
it
like
myself.
this thick of a
Yeah,
book.
yeah.
Um,
But
yeah.
yeah, I mean, did you come away with like a solid like takeaway about what this film was actually trying to do? If it was actually making a comment about like that kind of online culture and stuff, because I didn't really know what
Oh,
it was
by
trying
the way,
to do.
that was also like annoying because it was like we had just watched Vox Lux, which I think commented on that stuff so much more elegantly.
Mm-hmm.
And this is like commenting on it by like, oh, this director is just like on TikTok a lot. And like
Yeah,
that's kind
exactly.
of the
Yeah.
only way it commented on that. And um oh, what else was I gonna say? Oh, I mean, I think it's supposed to be commenting on class and like how even though he wanted to kill himself, it became the maid's responsibility, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
I don't
It's
know.
just it's like half baked. I don't know. Because obviously
He,
Jordan Firstman has to be very like, he plays like a piece of shit version of himself. Like I'm sure he's much more
oh yeah, I
self-aware in
forgot
real
about all
life.
the stuff where he was like talking to his audience and stuff.
Yeah,
Um yeah, oh my god, there's so many fucking things thrown into this movie.
yeah.
Like
It's a real hodgepodge.
I really, really liked the stuff at the beach. And it was such a small part of the movie.
Yeah, yeah. That was the
And
only
I,
bit of the movie I kind of vibed with as well. To be fair.
and like, what are we doing? Why are we going back to this? I don't know. I don't know. So many movies are just bad at ending.
Yeah, it's true. But that's like a whole second half of a movie.
No, it's a whole second and third
Yeah, yeah.
portion. What else was I gonna say? Should have been a talented Mr. Ripley style movie. That's what I say. Should have been a La Ventura. That's what I
Sure.
say.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I feel you.
I thought Jordan Firstman, and also like Jordan Firstman's performance in the first third was way better than the like, oh, I'm so sad. Also, come on, like I don't believe Jordan Firstman would know who Sebastián Silva is or what he looks like, like and
Yeah,
recognize him on a beach. It's
yeah,
like you're self-obsessed, Sebastián Silva.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That is funny. Being like, no way, I watched the cactus movie last night or whatever. It's like, yeah, but
Can we
you
just
wouldn't.
call it Cactus Movie?
I think it's got a long, confusing name.
Yeah.
Um. So yeah, not one to hit up. I wouldn't say, to be
Don't
honest.
hit it up. Although people are eating it up, but people, and
People eat up fucking anything on the internet.
I honestly think it's because there's like so much gay sex in it, which is like cool. And
Yeah,
like
the sex in it is pretty good. I guess it's nice and graphic and real.
yeah, I think it's great that, and I think like it's great that they're showing that, and I think it's great that Jordan is so like himself, but then there's the rest of the movie, which kind of
Yeah,
sucks
yeah,
ass.
yeah, less sucking ass, more sucking ass. Am I right?
Give me some more of that sucking ass.
Mm.
Oh, Sebastian.
Oh, Sebastian.
You'll get him next time.
Sebastian. Yeah,
I
you'll
think
get
that
him next time.
because of this, he's going to be able to make more movies.
Yeah, absolutely. I think, yeah, he's been reasonably successful with all of them so far.
His little eye is peeping out on the behind our Zoom, and I don't like it.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah, as I'm like shitting on him.
I'm sure he's a good guy. And I know that he has, he is a capable filmmaker. It's just, yeah, this one was just not for me.
Yeah.
Separate the art from the
artist.
artist.
I think there were elements of it that were good, and I just think it focused on too many things that were not fleshed out and interesting to me.
I'm kind of feeling in a self-deprecating mood myself today, so I almost don't want to like trash other people's work today willy-nilly, because I'm like, well, I'm dog shit too.
You're not.
Yeah,
you're not, King. You slay every day, bestie.
Wow, this is the kind of stuff Jordan Firstman says on his Instagram.
Yeah.
Ironically, though. Post-ironic.
Yeah, it's extremely post-ironic. Turned me around on Jordan Firstman, though. I wasn't a huge fan before, and I thought he was like fantastic in it.
That's good.
Fantastic.
Do you like Search Party?
I did really like Search Party. I didn't watch all the seasons, but I did like it.
Got a bit annoying. I liked the first 2 seasons a lot. I thought it was good.
Yeah.
And then for me, it went horrifically downhill from the 3rd season, so I stopped watching the 4th.
And that may have been when I stopped watching, but
yeah,
it's just one of those shows that like doesn't need to go on for that many seasons. Like,
no, they're trying to explore new themes each season, I guess, but it doesn't. They're all kind of around the same idea, but I don't know. Those first 2 really did hold something for me. There was a specific time as well. I know it's not that long ago, but like it felt like I feel like if it was just those 2 seasons, it would like stand up as like this is a cultural moment. But
that was like right before COVID. I was watching that. I remember.
Yeah. Oh, I had COVID this week. That was what that was.
Oh, that's what you had? Oh, sorry, buddy.
But look, I'm fresh. I'm back. I got a new haircut.
You look nice, by the way. You kind of look like an army boy.
Yeah, I'm wearing a sort of a dark green going on here.
Yeah.
Nice long sleeve t-shirt. Isa did get this for me recently.
You look, you look nice.
I'm walking.
Yeah, that's fun. You should do this podcast on a treadmill.
Yeah, I mean, that would be good. I'd get like a nice hour of fitness in.
Like you're the Spike Lee shot. That
just like I'm the Spike Lee shot that I hate so much.
I'm so flummy today, and I'm very sorry.
That's okay. Just don't do it in the mic, I guess. So that's for our new release. That was a good little rundown. I think that went really well.
I felt like it was mostly me tearing Sebastián Silva to shreds.
Yeah, I think that's why I enjoyed it so much.
Yeah.
But better luck next time, Seb.
Yeah, Seb. You fucking
imagine being like ripped to shreds by someone and then trying to sort of give you like a buddy nickname.
Oh God.
But yeah, good work, Shea Dog. You can go again next time. I
like Shea Dog. That's fun.
Yeah, but what if I just told you that you were dog shit at your job?
I would honestly I think when someone shits on you and you kind of want to impress them. Like I feel like you calling me Shea Dog would make me feel a little bit better.
I bet. So the link. Now we go on to Simon Killer of 2012.
A little film called Simon Killer. A little film.
So Simon Killer is Antonio Campos movie, 2012. Am I right?
2012. You're right.
Okay. So he had a success with that film After School, which I never saw. Did you see that?
I did.
With Ezra Miller. How was it?
I enjoyed it.
I remember people
actually really liked it.
A very Haneke-esque movie.
It is. I mean, it's basically what's that Haneke movie with the kid video taping? Benny's video. Yeah, it's very similar.
I think it was called Kid Video.
Kid Video. It's really similar to that movie.
Okay.
I saw After School first, but Yeah.
And since Simon Killer, he's had quite a lot of success with some other films. Christine being one. Did you ever see
I
that?
really loved Christine.
Yeah, Christine's great, isn't it?
He's a good filmmaker.
I think he's a really good filmmaker. I didn't see that one that went to that Netflix one. The Devil All the Time. It got really bad reviews.
I didn't see that. It looked terrible, to be honest.
It does look pretty bad, but at the same time, like I know he's pretty competent, so I might give it a go. You know,
I'd be interested. I don't think I've ever seen anything with Tom Holland in it. Is that correct?
You haven't seen any of those Spider-Man movies?
No, those look fucking god awful. I would never watch that. If you like those movies, your brain is this small.
Oh my god. JM's gonna cry.
Sorry, JM. It's true. Does he love those movies for real?
Yeah, he does. Oh, you know what else he did?
The Staircase?
The first season of The Sinner.
Oh, what is that?
The really good detective show with Bill Pullman. You ever see that on Netflix? And the first season.
Wait, is it the show you were talking about to me recently, or am I
maybe
insane? And you were like, "Oh, that show's really good."
Yeah, Jessica Biel in it.
Never seen it. I like Bill Pullman though.
Bill Pullman's fucking incredible. The first season of that show, it really blew me away.
I didn't expect you to love him that much.
I love him. I find him so charming.
He is. He's kind of sexy.
He's so sexy. Have you seen While You Were Sleeping?
I think you always talk about that movie.
I am always talking about While You Were Sleeping. It's one of the best romantic.
Wait, my mom would love to watch this with me.
It's great, and it's got Peter Gallagher in.
Really?
Yeah, and Sandra Bullock, obviously, the star.
Sandy
Balls.
Sandy. Oh God.
I think it's a great movie.
Is that the?
Huh?
Sorry. I was gonna say, is that somehow related to moldy ringworm?
Oh yeah, Jake said that he was listening to another podcast the other day where someone called her moldy ringworm.
Oh, so you're not that original, are you?
It kind of made me feel a bit weird. I was like, oh, well, maybe I had this exact same thought the exact same time as someone else. Anyway,
it's weird how the world works.
It is. Bill Pullman is I really, really love him. And I love him in Lost Highway, and I think he's such a unique performer. He kind of has that weird cadence kind of thing, like Keanu Reeves, where it's like, why do you talk like that? But it's great. Like, I could watch you forever. Read me a bedtime story, Bill.
He's kind of like a better version of Richard Gere. I like Richard Gere too, though.
I like him in the early stuff, sure. I like the first couple
American
albums.
Gigolo. First couple albums.
First couple albums pretty good. Kind of goes downhill from there. Fame got to his head, you know?
Yeah. Well, I mean, what is he? I don't know his more recent work.
Neither do I, to be honest.
He just doesn't seem like self-aware, and Bill Pullman does.
Yeah, Bill Pullman's self-aware. He's pretty cool. I wanted to go see him in a play recently, but I never got tickets.
Are you going to go see? There's a play at the National Theater that people keep talking about, with Taylor Russell.
Oh, really? No, I don't know about this. I don't really keep up with theater. I'm kind of uncultured like that.
I know, but you knew about this Bill Pullman play.
Well, that's because JM knows I like Bill Pullman, so asked me if I wanted to go to this play. Because I would never normally go to a play.
Oh, the play's called The Effect.
The Affect or The Effect?
Effect. I'm curious about it. I mean, I want to see it.
Well, you have to come to London then.
And it closes in 4 days.
Fuck.
Damn, actually, we could have gone maybe while I was there. Fuck.
Oh, that so sucks. Do you want me to sneak in and record it tonight?
Yeah, and when I live there, I'll go to plays all the time, so it's fine.
Yeah, I'll come to plays with you. I don't go with JM. Is the only other friend of mine.
I want you to go with me. I do want you to go with me. I love going to plays.
Oh, okay. I've just had such bad experiences. I don't know where to find the good plays, I don't think.
Anyways.
Simon Killer. From one killer to another. From Office Killer to Simon Killer.
And people say Hollywood isn't one big incestuous pool of actors.
We did go via Volkswagen, but still. So
Yeah, I know,
Simon
but like
Keller
I'm just saying, like effortlessly, it connects.
effortlessly,
Effortlessly.
even more effortless than saying the word effortlessly. Um, so Simon Killer was a 2012 movie made by Antonio Campos, and it stars Brady
I
Corbet
love how
and
you say
Maki Diop.
Campos.
How would you say?
No, you say it right, but I just love how you say it, like Campos or something.
Antonio Campos. Anyway,
Campos.
uh, anyway,
Sorry, I'm sorry. I'm
no,
sorry.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. It's set in Gay Paris, and this shares some strange parallels with your recent life.
Yeah.
It's about
Yeah.
a guy who
No,
recently
I
broke
want
up
to
with.
say it. I
You go,
want
you
to
go, you go.
say it. Whoa. You look insane.
I'm glistening, man. That was
You
so
look,
cool.
you look beautiful. It's extremely distracting.
I'm leaning back on my sofa and the sunlight pouring in, and it's just making me look incredible.
You look angelic. I'm gonna take a picture. Okay. Um, no leaning back though, because it's really distracting. Um, yeah, so Simon is out of a 5-year relationship in Paris for no reason. Which is literally the exact scenario I was in a mere 2 months ago.
Yeah, 2 months ago, yeah.
Or basically a few weeks ago was the end of that. Um, and I also am a sociopath who dated a prostitute.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. Yeah, so the similarities do end somewhere, but yeah, it's kind of funny. Like I didn't even when I picked it, I knew it was Paris and it was in America, and I forgot about all the sort of like other stuff that was similar to you. And I mean, he's in the area of Paris you lived in as well,
I
like for the
know
majority of
he's
the
in
movie.
Montmartre. I know.
Yeah,
I was literally. It kind of actually like was like triggering. I was like, this is like too close to home, and like the way that they were like writing each other letters. Like not that I was doing that, but it just felt like a like weird, sad version of what was happening to me. I didn't like it.
yeah,
But then the movie ended, and I didn't have to think about that anymore.
yeah. You moved on.
I moved on.
So like we're not going to get into the weeds like we did with the other movies, but general outline is yeah, this guy goes to Paris and he seems like kind of a strange guy, and it's slowly unveiled throughout the movie that he does have some sociopathic tendencies. um,
Yeah.
and I always really admire a film that puts front and center a character that is like wholly kind of unlikable and
Yeah.
disagreeable, uh, and does it
Not a
with such
night.
confidence. And I mean, Brady's performance is so amazing that he's so watchable, even though he's being
He's
the worst
really
person you've ever met.
he's good at being a sociopath, like in
Yeah.
funny games.
Yes, very
He
true.
does it like a nice like kind of banality with it,
Mm,
which I find like very scary.
yeah, absolutely.
But he
Um,
plays like a more like kind of insufferable, you know, sort of a Sebastian Silva type. No, he doesn't hate himself as much as Sebastian Silva. He kind of
I think the kids would call him like an incel type, wouldn't they?
yeah, he's definitely more of an incel. He hates
Um,
women.
because I know it's become a shorthand, and I know it doesn't mean what it used to mean. I know it doesn't literally. When people say incel, they're never really referring to anyone who's involuntarily celibate. They're talking about like a certain culture of someone online. But I feel like there should be a different word for it or something, because people are always like, "That's such incel behavior," and I'm like, "No, it's not. Though it's something
What do you
else."
mean? Why do you say that's not incel behavior? Like, what do you mean by
Because
that?
what people are often saying about men who are acting a certain way, but it's got nothing to do with their like
If they're celibate or not?
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I
And
guess it's just shorthand for a certain kind of guy.
yeah. But maybe that's fine. Maybe language evolves and terms birth a wider meaning. Whatever. Anyway, Maybe that's just me.
You're
Anyway,
kind of a grumpy old man.
I am kind of a grumpy old man. I realize this more and more every day, man.
I love that about you, though.
What am I going to be like when I'm an actual man, though?
You're gonna have a young spirit then.
Maybe I'll like maybe I'll Benjamin Button it, you know?
Yeah, you're gonna have a very young
I'm gonna
spirit.
be like 80. I'm gonna give you like goo goo gaga. Where's my
Goo goo
pacifier?
gaga. I like that. Well, what do you want to say about this movie?
Yeah. So yeah, he sort of comes into contact with this prostitute, starts his relationship with her. And then
Played by Matty Diop.
Played by the effervescent Matty Diop.
We love her.
We love her.
She's a filmmaker and actress.
She is indeed. She's in Claire Denis' 35 Shots of Rum.
Mm-hmm. Great movie.
Great movie. She made Atlantics.
Great movie.
Short and the feature, which is a good movie. Yeah. My sister-in-law worked at this film charity, and they did a screening with her. She did a Q&A, and her Q&A was great. She was so amazing.
She's
just
so
a
cool.
really good speaker about her art as well. And even though I don't like, I love Atlantics, like I admire it more than I like it as a film, I think.
Yeah.
I think as an artist, she really does have something. And her shorts are really amazing as well, like Snow Cannon. I remember being like, she's really, really, really great. And
I don't know why. I just like really thought she was Claire Denis' daughter. And I looked it up and I was like, oh, she's not at all.
She's not. She's related to that other filmmaker. Her uncle is Jibril Mambeti Diop.
Yeah, yeah. I knew that, but I don't know.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen any of his movies. Tuki Buki, it was his main one, right?
Tuki Buki. I love Tuki Buki.
I never saw that.
He liked one of my pictures on Instagram once.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow.
Maybe I made that up, but I thought he did.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so she's great in this.
She's really great in this.
A lot of people have French accent in the movie.
Yeah, they do indeed. There's lots of French people in the movie. Oh, it's got the lady with the eyes that go like.
Yeah, does she do that in other movies?
Yeah, that's just her natural eyes. You know, she's in a Mia Hansen love movie.
Yeah, I saw your review, and which one?
All is Forgiven, I think it's called.
I don't think I've seen that one.
It's good. It's a good movie, and she's really amazing in it. And I think she's a really great screen presence. I really, really like her. But yeah, this film doesn't shy away from what makes
all is forgiven.
What makes a man so horrible? I think, you know, and I've seen critiques being leveled at it for its sex scenes and stuff, as well as you know, him watching porn and things, being like, oh, a shorthand for someone who's a piece of shit. And I'm like, well, not really. There's a lot more going on to it than
no,
that,
not at all.
Because I think even at that stage, he just seems like kind of like a lonely, kind of weird guy, but it kind of unveils more and more the way he manipulates people around him.
Yeah, and I think the sex stuff is like drawing a comparison between like sexual aggression and like violence.
Absolutely.
The sex scenes I thought were really, really cool and like
really,
felt
really well done.
Super realistic.
They're like earned as well within the narrative, for sure.
They all have a meaning.
I felt like a very like conservative reaction to the movie to think about it like that. It's like
people really just love to write off sex scenes, which a lot of times they're right, but also like sex is a big part of life and it can have a lot of meaning.
Absolutely, it can.
Wait, fuck, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah, I was gonna say I'm glad I didn't watch this one with my mom because I think she would have really not been into the sex scenes herself.
Yeah.
And it would have been awkward.
Oh yeah, absolutely. You'd be like, she's thumbing his ass right now, Mom.
Do you get that? She's thumbing his ass.
Sticking it in.
I just found a way more comfortable way to sit and I'm feeling so much better.
Oh, I'm so glad. I'm so happy for you. It's quite cold, this movie, isn't it?
It's
It's like
very
Paris in the
cold.
winter.
Yeah, I was glad I wasn't there in the winter.
Yeah, it's not a nice place to be in the winter. I've been there in the winter. It's not fun.
I've been there in the winter too, and it's not fun.
You know, I went on the streets where he goes, where he gets taken in to go see Matty Diop, and I couldn't figure out which street it was. Did
Hmm.
you know? Did
Yeah,
you know
that
which
looked
one it
really
was?
familiar. I was gonna say I have this thing with Paris. Like anytime I see Paris, I'll see it on Instagram or in a movie. I'm like, I've been to that exact cafe, which like I probably haven't. I think they just every street and cafe looks the same to me in
But to be
Paris.
fair, like it was because the cafe they do go to together was like right by Pigalle. You know, it was like we
Yeah.
walked
No.
past
Oh,
it
yeah.
and
It
we knew.
looked like this street that uh by Pigalle exactly.
Yeah,
Um, but yeah, I don't know. I'm just saying I don't always trust myself with that because I always think I've been there.
and Paris does kind of look the same wherever you go. No offense.
Hmm.
Um, I bet Parisians would
Um,
take offense to that.
well, they're too busy dealing with bed bugs right now to care.
Yeah, I heard about that. Oh yeah, you told me.
Yeah, I said I got out at the right time.
You did indeed. JM was in Paris yesterday, but he didn't stay overnight, so I don't think he
Oh,
caught
that's
any bed
good.
bugs.
Yeah, but it's in the metro, it's in the
Yeah, it's
museums,
true.
it's in the airport, JM. So watch out.
Well, he did come into my house today. I hope I don't have any bed bugs in my house. Oh boy. How
Did
how
you?
do bread bugs spread? How does that work?
I think they just like hop from one thing to the other,
But
right?
why haven't they done that all the time? Like, how does like an epidemic start?
I don't know. I don't want to think about it. Ugh.
Yeah, fair enough.
Ugh.
Can be kind of itchy.
Brady, he doesn't speak French and he tries to, just like I did.
Yeah, he does a
He
pretty good
probably
job for the
he
most
speaks
part.
better than me for sure.
Yeah, yeah, definitely. No offense.
None taken. Uh
Um. Uh.
I was I here's what I would say. I think it's extremely cold and it left me very bummed out and I think yeah, like I really liked it, but I definitely was not in love with. I feel like you liked it more than me is one thing is
I
what I
think
would
it's a
say. Yeah.
really, yeah, it really does do something for me. It's the second time I've
Yeah.
seen it. I watched it like 4 or 5 years ago, and so much of it I had remembered, and so much of its construction is what I really love most about it, and it's like filmmaking choices, like um, the way you know how in the modern age we all live in our own sort of existential bubble when we move around the world, you know,
Mhm.
and how does one express that in movies without it being corny or without it sort of like, you know, being like everyone's like the main character of their own lives or whatever. But
Mm.
the way they do it in this with his, oh, I have a delivery.
With his music.
Sorry about that. Yeah, the way they do it with his music, I think it was
Yeah,
just
that
really
was a
well
really
done.
cool device. I think there's some really nice like storytelling choices like that. I thought one thing that was really cool was when Matty Diop is like telling a very, very personal story in French. And she's like, "Did you understand what I said?" And he kind of like misunderstood it. But like he's like, "Yes." And then he like kind of confidently says what she said. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I do know the scene you're talking about. Absolutely. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I just thought it was like a cool way of like showing like I don't know, like how kind of
Like a gap between, yeah.
men don't listen or something or yeah, I don't know, something like that. There's like little moments like that that are really cool.
Yeah, I remember reading an interview about 5 years ago, maybe longer than that now, with Antonio Campos, and maybe it was Brady Corbet as well. And they were talking about this film in terms of its representation of like masculinity in men and how, um, yeah, this is often this like uh, misreading of a film displaying something as it kind of not advocating something, but giving it a pass or something. Do you know what I mean? In terms of like um, the film's display of uh, negative masculinity is some sort of like comment on allowing it to exist. I don't know. Some nonsense.
Oh,
Maybe I
yeah.
shouldn't bring up a interview
Like
I
maybe
read
it was like
6 weeks ago.
romanticizing that or something.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But I think can't really be further from the truth.
No. But I
um,
guess I could see them saying that because, like, I don't know, this is a bit of a spoiler, but in the end, like, nothing really bad happens to him. But I think
yeah,
that's just sort of a comment on how people, like men like that, are treated, and like
yeah,
often like
absolutely.
their behavior isn't whatever punished or whatever.
Hmm.
I also really liked the the guy who like tells the story about a prostitute he saw when he was 8 years old.
Remind me.
Uh, it's like the guy they end up scamming.
Oh, yes.
I just thought that was like, I don't know, like pretty and like a little human detail and kind of just mysterious and kind of humanizes him. I don't know.
Yeah, absolutely. Um,
I think, yeah,
and
they're just, I respect a lot of the choices of the movie. I honestly just think it was very, very cold and alienating and left me
mm,
feeling extremely empty, which like I like in some movies and sometimes I'm just like, oof.
yeah, it's kind of feeling you get after watching like a Haneke or a Lars von Trier movie, I
Yeah.
guess, which is why he's often compared to them. And they're clearly inspirations on his work, but I felt like with this film, he's clearly doing something kind of his own within that realm. Anyways, yeah, that's Simon Killer. I dig it, and I would recommend it to be honest.
I like
But
it. I know. I think it's a really, really well done movie. I'm kind of trying to think of like what I didn't love about it other than it feeling like really bleak. Like I think stylistically, I don't love like the look of a movie where it's like so desaturated and gray. Even though I know that's like the intention, I just like don't
mhm.
stylistically jive with that super much.
Yeah, fair enough.
I
Uh,
just like things to be like a little more stylized in a slightly different way. That's like, and it's like very hard to encapsulate what I mean by that. But
yeah, I do. I think I
yeah,
get what you mean because it is stylized in its way, in a way like it's got a very stylish way of framing conversations and camera movements within those conversations and blocking and things like
but
that
I
that are
thought those
very
were really cool. Like the whatever, like drifting camera, not focusing on necessarily like what's interesting about the scene. That
yeah.
was really cool. It's just, I mean, honestly, it felt very like austere and masculine and I just like a little more of a girly vibe or something like that. I don't know what it is, but
Interesting.
I
Yeah,
don't
I mean,
know.
I do love this movie, but I think I more like appreciate it than again would be like, oh, this is such an incredible movie. I just think as a piece of filmmaking, I find it very impressive and very
Yeah.
inspiring.
Yeah. It is
And
very well done.
all of the cogs that are involved in that, from the filmmakers to the actors and everything, everyone just really works really well together, I think.
Yeah. Yeah. Very elegant.
Very elegant. Much like you,
Wait.
Shay.
Oh, thank you.
So maybe we will find out what we're going to link this movie to. Maybe then.
Yeah.
Do you
That'll
like
get
how
me out.
concise we've been today?
Yeah, I think we've been great today.
Yeah, we've been very concise, and I think
I
our
like our new
discussion is good.
structure.
Our
I
new
feel good
structure is
about it.
good, and
I
everyone
f-
likes it. What direction do you want to go in, buddy?
um what do you want to do?
So I just saw your review was just I'm bummed out.
It really bummed me out.
Yeah, wow. I'm sorry for putting you in a bad mood.
No, no, it's okay.
I
I like
mean,
that movies have that ability.
yeah, that's pretty cool, isn't it? I think um our best bet is to follow Matty Diop, to be honest.
I was
Uh,
thinking the same.
because everything else I'm looking at, it's like we're just going to end up being in America forever. And to be quite honest, I'd quite like to get out of there.
35 shots of rum.
So if I shots of rum could work, you know.
I've never seen the Claire Denis Both Sides of the Blade. It looks a little bit lame. Oh, you gave it 4 stars.
Yeah, I really liked it, but I wouldn't want to talk about it.
Wait, is she a DJ in it?
Who?
Juliette Binoche.
Oh, oh no, she's like a radio DJ, yeah, like
Yeah,
an
I
actual
said.
disc jockey.
Oh, you thought that I meant like a.
Oh my god, the music she chooses in that movie is so embarrassing.
What is it?
I can't remember. It just sounded like absolute dog shit.
That's so funny.
There's some really interesting shots in that movie that Claire Denis clearly like filmed on her iPhone during COVID because like they just get like shoved in every once in a while and they're really
That's so
beautiful.
funny.
But
I love that.
but it's one of the movies that I saw where everyone was wearing masks.
Are you are you knocking on something? Are you futzing with something?
No. So we'll talk about 35 shots of rum next week. That's exciting.
Oh, so we are doing 35 shots of rum.
Yeah, why not? No, I said I didn't want to do both sides of the blade.
What about this movie, Hermia and Helena? It's got some good
Hermia
reviews.
and Helena. Camila, a young Argentine theater director, travels from Buenos Aires to New York. I don't want to do
I
that.
kind of want to do. Yeah, I kind of want to do 35 shots of rum.
Phew.
It's a rewatch for both of us.
Absolutely, and I think that'll be good for us. I've been meaning to rewatch this ever since I saw it about fucking 8-9 years ago or something. So
me too.
Because I love Alex Descartes and Gregoire Colomb.
Yes.
And of course, Claire
Denis.
I think it would be important.
I love Mary Pie.
You love who?
Mary Pie.
Who the fuck is Mary Pie?
Someone who's in that movie I'm seeing.
Oh, okay. Oh, I mean, it's also got Ingrid Carven in it as well from the old Fassbinder movies. I've been on a big Fassbinder hype this
noticed. And it seems like you're having fun.
Book. I'm having a lot of fun. It's really, really great book. Can I give my book recommendation of the week?
Yeah.
As the closing segment. Let me.
I want to read it. I want to read it. Please.
Please, sir, let me read it. So,
please, can I read it?
It's called Fassbinder Thousands of Mirrors. It's a Fitzcarraldo Editions book by Ian Penman.
I like the design.
Yeah, I guess this is a UK-based place. All of their book designs look like this. Yeah.
Listen to me.
The non-fiction ones are white, and the blue ones.
Listen to me right now.
Yeah. I'm listening. What the fuck do you want to say?
No, sorry. Finish your book corner.
No, tell me.
What happened to our book publishing company?
Oh, we do need to do that. We kind of got sidetracked by this whole this thing.
Yeah, I don't know if I have time for another side project right now.
No, not right now. But I think that one's a bigger one. So
yeah, we'll do that eventually.
We'll do that when we have more time and money.
Once this takes off and becomes like fucking enormous.
Yeah, it's going to be huge. So yeah, huge. This is my book recommendation of the week is Fassbinder's Thousands of Mirrors by Ian Penman, and it's very much like a one long essay, but it's all divided into numbered points, like they're all like a paragraph long. Love that.
Love that.
It was published this year. It's a really, 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 really beautiful book, and his personal relationship to Fassbinder, as well as being like a really eye-opening about things about Fassbinder that I never knew. I once did a podcast on Fassbinder with Issa on Corel a few years back. If you remember that, don't know if you ever listened to it.
No, I didn't. That's cool.
It's a good episode. It's got some interesting stuff in it, I think.
I love that. My recommendation of the week is Hardcore by Paul Schrader, which I watched.
That's your movie recommendation.
Yeah.
So maybe I recommend a movie. Yeah, I recommend a book every week. You recommend a movie.
Only because but I have to have watched that movie this week.
Yeah.
I recommend
and
Hardcore.
we'll post those two side by side on the Instagram like halfway through the week after the episode release.
I recommend just George C. Scott in general.
I recommend George C. Scott. He's great. I love Hardcore. Great movie.
So good.
I like the t-shirt she wears. What does it say on it?
His
Do you
daughter?
remember? The lady in
Oh,
the
yeah. No, she has like a pill shirt.
yeah, it's great.
Yeah, I'm obsessed with her. I want to be her in general. I just want to be her.
Yeah. Um, but yeah, so I'm gonna watch a bunch of Fassbinder movies this week as well because Issa's away. I have one of his TV series on DVD. I might watch that.
He's a good guy, and I have a
Oh,
Fassbender tattoo. Should I show my tattoo?
yeah, you should. I'm also reading Berlin Alexanderplatz at the moment. Oh, look at your Fox and his friends
That's
tattoo.
cool. I have a Fox and his friends tattoo, guys.
That's great.
Yeah. And basically, we love gay Germans here.
If you love gay Germans.
We love the gay Germans.
It's a good soundbite for the episode there. So yeah, I mean, I think that
Join
just
us
about
on our
wraps it up.
journey, listen along, and build the chain with us. I actually remembered it that time.
Join us on our journey, listen along, and build the chain with us. We have been Shea
Und Jordan.
und Jordan. Ciao for now.
Ciao for now.